The Friday night festivities are back. Welcome to High School Playbook. I'm Lauren Walsh alongside John Johnson. John, how are we feeling week one of the season?
I'm exhausted. We haven't done this in a couple months. I'm exhausted, but man, was that fun, right? It's back. This is what we live for, is high school football, and this was a lot of fun this week.
It was a lot of fun, and plenty of games were moved to Thursday night. We'll recap those in a little bit, but first, of course, we have to tackle our Friday night slate, starting with a cross-county battle. Northwest Guilford at East Forsyth. Opening possession of the game for Northwest. They're looking in mid-season form. Ryan DeBow, the 2-yard score. Northwest Guilford leads 8-0. Jalen Rayner was a madman for East Forsyth. On the quarterback keeper, Rayner hurdles defenders. Down the sideline he goes. 71 yards to the house for the score. All tied up at 8. That was a Play of the Week nominee. Ensuing Northwest possession, and Tanner Ballou is intercepted by O'Shea Fernandez. The touchdown, though, is called back due to a penalty, but the Eagles take over. First play after the turnover. Rayner goes deep to Kayshawn Brown. 33 yards for the score. That's a beaut. Eagles win a shootout over Northwest, 49-38.
What a football game that was. Now, across Kernersville, Glenn, who was terrific all last season, opening up the 22 campaign with an out-of-conference matchup with the Terry Sanford Bulldogs. The bright lights of Friday night over at Glenn High School. First half, Bobcats defense was all over the field. We got a little tag team sack action. Bobcats would pitch a shutout in the first half, now leading 6-0 at the break. Opening kickoff of the second half, and we have ourselves a situation. Terry Sanford is going to strike in a hurry. Jonathan Higgins-Simmons is off to the races, breaking tackles, 95 yards to the barn as Terry Sanford scores 28 of the next 34 points. Glenn drops their season opener. 28-12 is the final in that one.
Well, over to East Bend, Forbush takes the field, ready to open the season, hosting North Forsyth. Down a score late in the second quarter, Forbush QB Bryson Taylor hooks up with senior wideout Andrew Hutchins. He evades the tacklers right into the end zone. PAT is good to tie the game at 14. Same score, first drive of the second half. North Forsyth quarterback Victor Wingate Jr. fakes the handoff, and look out. He almost went down at the 45, but he breaks free and outruns everyone to the end zone for a 61-yard score. After being stuffed on 4th and goal, Forbush gets the ball back. One last chance, but Bryson Taylor keeps the ball and fumbles. North Forsyth recovers and holds on to win 28-21.
How about those Vikings? Over to Davidson County, Lexington, breaking in its brand new field hosting Central Davidson. Lauren, you were there. Early on, the Yellow Jackets stuffed the Spartans' run. Lexington's Noah Gist lays down, and a nice tackle for the third down stop. Central is back to punt, and the Jackets, well, they can't field it cleanly. We got a muff punt, so Jalen Smith is there for the recovery. Spartans make the most of the turnover. They hand it off to Corbin Miller, and he's turning on the Jets, blowing by all the blue shirts as Central leads 7-0. The good times keep on rolling. Spartan senior Wesley DeLoach making a house call, 59 yards to the score as Central goes on to beat Lexington 42-0 in that one.
Well, John, over to Greensboro, we have a Big Four battle to kick off the season. The Dudley Panthers make a short trip to face the Page Pirates. Page certainly would like some Greensboro bragging rights out of this matchup. First quarter, no score. Dudley driving. Andrew Atmore hits Nasir Newkirk for the big gain to bring the Panthers into the red zone. Few plays after that, Atmore lobs a soft one to Jalen Hicks, but he rips off a hard run. Breaking tackles, he stumbles into the end zone. PAT is good for a 7-0 Dudley lead. And the Panthers keep it rolling for a 26-7 win on the road at Page.
Hey, let's check it out. More high school football, Northeast Guilford and the Fighting Lisa Folks of Ragsdale. Second quarter, Rams on the move. Cameron Watson looking like Randy Watson. The handoff up the gut for 6. Northeast leads 6-0. Ensuing Ragsdale drive, Devin Hackstall rolling out, finds Faison Irvin in the corner of the end zone. Got ourselves a ball game as the Tigers lead 8-6. Now still in the second, Cameron Hatchell on the move this time for the Rams. He finds Barry Tate, who keeps the Puppies inbounds. The terrific catch and score. Rams reclaim the lead at 14-8. Northeast edges out those Tigers 28-22 the final.
Well, heading to High Point, RJ Reynolds is hyped up to kick off the season at High Point Central, who's in a bit of a rebuild. Early on, the defense makes its mark. Big junior D-tackle Willie Hatfield gets in the RJR backfield and wreaks havoc. But the Demons settle down. Sophomore QB Lane Albright hits Kanaz McMillan for a big gain, and the Demons have to be happy with that. It sets up Lane Albright for the 4-yard QB keeper, and RJR goes up 7-zip. Just before halftime, sophomore Jalen Murray takes it 6 yards along the sideline, and he gets to the house. 14-0 Reynolds. Demons dominate for a 31-0 shutout win.
Now we move to Oak Grove on the road, week 1 at Southwest Guilford Friday night. You guys are looking real chill. Cowboys start the third quarter on fire. Jaden Graves is going to pick off Connor Creech's pass. And folks, that's an INT, but Creech would settle down. He finds Peyton Parker on the 11-yard TD pass. Southwest lead is down to 12-7. Fourth quarter, Creech doing it this time with his legs. Creech looking as cool as the other side of the pillow. 26 yards to the barn for the score. Oak Grove leads 14-12. Next Cowboys possession. They're backed up against their goal line. Cale Lloyd is going to avoid the sack, but he tosses the ball in the air, and you just can't do that. Isaiah McGuffin, Johnny on the spot for the interception, and score. It's 20-12 Oak Grove. This game would end on a game-winning Aiden Daughtry field goal. Oak Grove wins 23-20. Now AC Reynolds shut out West Forsyth 37-0. Davie falling to Mooresville, the final 44-28 in that one.
And around the region, Reedsville defeats Western Alamance 44-7, and Grimsley comes out with a statement win to start the season, beating Clayton 42-14.
Couple more scores. South Rowan defeats Parkland 9-6, and then East Davidson falls to Providence Grove 31-14, the final in that one.
And there's much more to come on High School Playbook. Be sure to stick with us after the break. We'll recap some of those wild Thursday night games and unveil our Play of the Week.
Plus, we're introducing a new segment, MVP Behind the Team. You won't want to miss this one.